Wani dong, wani tung 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 tung, tung 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 tung.
Pantai ini Pak. Oh, balerin dong.
Akhirnya,
Ya tetap save cuma kan balerin nol mana.
masalah.
Apa?
Masalah. Itulah namanya berjuang. Tung 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 tung.
Jalur langit MU ya.
Erika satu lagi dari Mayora.
Menang ini na champion deh. Juara 16 na champion.
Siapa?
Mui. Iya.
Jual program.
Nobar. Kopi bikin teh.
Scroll lagi. Ojo, bro.
Tapi tak.
Ojo, bro. Jangan.
Ada.
Duduk, kopi duduk.
Ngombe aja.
Loh, iya.
Mau buka di bumbe. Oh, ini masih seremoni MU.
Iya nih, tung. Kasih dulu.
Jalur langit MU menang ke champion league. Adil lah ini. Masa juara 16 Premier League. Jadi masuk ke champion league.
Makan, minum. Makan.
Ya, ini karena saya juga bola.
Tung. Sikat makan. Gelas masih dua kayaknya top kalah loh parah
Ruben. Tester ya guys. Tes. Oh. Fans MU seluruh dunia. Fans MU sama fans Tottenham. Bilbao.
800 ml kabeh.
Jadi siapapun yang menang di susah. Makanya melihat yang menjadi partai final di kompetisi Europa pertama itu lagi membuat makanya mereka ini kedua tim ini di Premier League itu babak belur karena kayaknya mereka itu fokus banget untuk bisa tampil habis-habisan di partai final ini karena
Dasen. Ini jam. Channel lain aja channel. Lah. Mengganggu pemandangan kali.
Pemandangan body Aisyah
menjadi andalan pentingnya mendampingi Ferrari bersama dengan juga bagi pemirsa dengan pasangan seorang MU hari ini menampilkan Arsenal dan juga
Mason Mount masuk. Mason Mount kick off.
ayo kon orang kaya
Solanke Charlison ini di son ya? Hah? Son ya? Kamera?
wadah wis hilang harapan.
Son gak melo guys, mati Tottenham. MU positif ya.
Cadang no.
Kadangnya apa gitu?
Cadangan. Kawan aku cari
Karena
fanatik bola, tapi gak tahu.
soalnya nang line api mlebu.
Ya,
Son Yumin main bisa ya Son Yumin.
kalah itu. Loh.
Onana. Kiper lawak.
Pusing ya.
Kiper lawak Onana.
Nana oh nana, nana banana. Stop.
MU nggak menang ya jadi.
Degradasi ya.
Tinggi Indonesia.
Iya lah.
Tapi Euro deh nggak kalah plus ini.
Euro kah? Liga itu sampai degradasi ya. Euro kayak gitu.
Juara peringkat 16 ini. MU bro. Amorim bingung Amorim lah. Iya. Kapten siapa Bentakur itu? Bentakur. Oh, dong juga ada mulai kalau niku tak mulai.
Dari pengamat gol.
Aduh mau lagi. Bisa mulai nanggung wis.
Ada pun tak tahu.
Ikas yang nak terkenal.
Ham United have that, having finished 14th on the Conference League a couple of years ago. But for Ange Postecoglou and Ruben Amorim, this is a huge game, a match of huge consequences. For Tottenham, a 17-year wait for a major trophy could come to an end. While for Manchester United, their most wretched season since the 1970s could still yield a major trophy. And it's going to be Tottenham to get us underway. Both teams in their traditional colours. Spurs in the lily white, Manchester United in the red shirts, black shorts, black stoppage, a trophy. And it's going to be Tottenham to get us underway. Both teams in their traditional colours. Spurs in the lily white, UEFA Europa League final. And we are underway here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. The second All-English Europa League final. The previous one taking place 6 years ago, as Chelsea got the better of Arsenal by 4 goals to 1 in Baku, Azerbaijan. United with the early possession. Luke Shaw towards the edge of his penalty area, towards Jon on the left-hand side. Plays it forward towards the centre. What else was going to get there, but intercepted. In middle of early possession. Luke Shaw towards the edge of his penalty area, towards Jon on the left-hand side. Plays it forward towards the centre. What else on Hoyland means that Manchester United will have an opportunity from an early free kick to try and get themselves. But foul in there by the Tottenham number 30 on Hoyland means that Manchester United will have an opportunity, so he tried to pull it back. So free kick here to Tottenham to be taken by Christian Romero, who has the responsibility of the captain's armband tonight here. Spurs out towards the left-hand side and into the path of Doggy into the possession of Nicky van der Ven, who's been put under early pressure by Rasmus Højlund. Goes back to the keeper towards the left-hand side and into the path of Doggy into the possession of Nicky van der Ven, who's been put under early pressure by Rasmus Højlund. Goes back to the keeper, Romero, in towards the path of Pedro Porro, who scored a stunning strike in the second leg of their semi-final against Bodo Glimt. In terms of their route to the semi-finals, once they got past the odd tricky ties, been quite by the edge of their own penalty area. In terms of their route to the semi-finals, once they got past the odd tricky ties, been quite plain sailing, particularly in the semi-finals where they were comparing Norway in the second leg. Manchester United beat Athletic Club 7-1 and in their semi-finals. Spurs looked at 3-1 at home for a 2-0 win in Norway in the second leg. Manchester United beat Athletic Club 7 on the ball out of play, but the decision has gone Tottenham's way. It's going to be a corner to them on the advancing run of Brennan Johnson. Not the ball out of play, but the decision has gone Tottenham's way. It's going to be a corner to them on the right-hand side. Shaw clearing it, saying it came off of Brennan Johnson, but having a look at the replay from behind the goal, there wasn't such from the Tottenham number 22. So Spurs have a early set piece on this right-hand side. 2 minutes gone. Spurs nil, Manchester United nil. Corner will be taken on this near side as we look at it. The right-hand side of Tottenham attack, and it's going to be Pedro Porro to take this set piece. It's going to be right-footed in swinging delivery. Chance for Tottenham to make an instant impact in this final. Porro's delivery towards the back post, but Maguire was shot to the floor as the ball came into the penalty area, so Manchester United will get a free kick. 2.5 minutes into this Europa League final, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester United 0 here in Bilbao. It was in his pre-match press conference yesterday. He had to face some stiff questions from journalists, batting away while Postecoglou is under big pressure, and even in his pre-match press conference yesterday, he had to face some stiff questions from journalists, batting away one from a written journalist saying that he isn't a clown as Horner's found himself down on the floor. Manchester United have a free kick in a decent enough position, around about 35 yards out on the result tonight. In the middle of the Spurs half, Rasmus Horner's found himself down on the floor. Manchester United have a free kick in the air, and using Højlund as a springboard for it. So United have a free kick just a centre towards the left-hand side, round about 30 yards out from goal. It's going to be Luke Shaw to take. He's going to swing it into the penalty area on his left foot. Free kick just a centre towards the left-hand side, round about 30 yards out from goal. It's going to be Luke Shaw to take. He's going towards the mix and not put it away by Udogie. The ball goes out of play for corner. It was a missed kick from the free towards the back post. Went on by Maguire, back in towards the mix and not put it away by Udogie. The ball goes out of play for corner. It was a missed kick from the Spurs left back, and it left Bakari trying to keep the ball down, and Doggy with an air kick, and Bakari trying to keep it the right hand side as they attack. Trying to keep the ball down, and he has number 8 on his shirt. A goal tonight would be number 8 in this competition this season, and he would win. Potentially. Joint top goal scorer of the competition this season. It's out to the right hand side, glanced on by Fernandez, who's been put under pressure by Richarlison. Højlund gets there, Bakari is obviously to the halfway and towards the possession of Mazraoui. Pings it out to the right hand side, glanced on by Fernandez with left foot. It comes off the chest of Romero, then cleared away eventually by Brennan Johnson for Tottenham. On back by Shaw on the halfway. Mason Mount on the left hand side in the middle of opposition territory. Of Romero, then cleared away eventually by Brennan Johnson for Tottenham. On back by Shaw on the halfway. Mason Mount on the line towards Mazraoui. Casemiro inside the centre circle. Maguire, Shaw on the halfway, finds him on the left side. 5 minutes gone here in Bilbao. Tottenham 0, Manchester United 0, and to circle. Maguire, Shaw on the halfway, finds him on the left side. 5 minutes gone, a little bit staccato, a little bit rigid because of what's at stake, but it's been a fairly open-ended start for both sides, playing on the front foot. And both teams with an early glimmer of it's been a fairly open-ended start for both sides, playing on the front foot. Look looking at
Brody,
goal
dilarang lawak Onana
Johnson
ya.
with the feed
Onana
through
ya.
Solanke on the half, and it will do
Lawak
so
ya
for them
Onana.
by United. Ahmad back into the path of Casemiro on the halfway. Looking at goal ready.
Iya.
Johnson's looking to feed
Ini
through
aja.
Solanke on the half, and it will do so for them by United. Ahmad back into the path of Casemiro on the halfway. Being up the pressure. Ruben Amorim in a blazer and white t-shirt this evening, looking to become only kick as a consequence on the halfway. Ruben Amorim in a blazer, we won the League Cup and this competition. Erik ten Hag, who won the League Cup a couple of years ago, and he's looking to become only the third manager to win a major European title with an English club. Hag, who won the League Cup a couple of years ago, and he's looking to become only the third manager of Yard in the 1998 Cup Winners' Cup. But if Tottenham move forwards here, Richarlison goes down. But Mazraoui perfectly times his challenge and moves United upfield towards the halfway on this right-hand side. He's looking to put it here. Richarlison goes down. But Mazraoui perfectly times his challenge and moves United upfield towards the halfway on this right-hand side. He's looking to put it back into the path of Ahmed, who couldn't quite read the pass by Casemiro a couple of moments ago. That was batted away by the referee Felix Fire. Here's Hoyland on the half, breaking on this left-hand side and getting the better of Bassoul. 25 yards out from goal is the Manchester United number 9. Referee Felix Fire. Here's Hoyland on the half, breaking on this left-hand side and getting the better of Bassoul. 25 yards out from goal is the Manchester United number 9. Bassoul sticks his right leg out and nil in the 2025 UEFA Europa League final here. Professional rival in commentary service. Manchester United competing in their 9th major European final. Only Liverpool with FIFA Europa League final here. The professional rival in commentary service. Manchester United competing in their Dutch finals, losing to Barcelona in the Champions League finals of 2009 and 2011, and in the final, the Devils have failed to win 3 of their last 4 such finals, losing to Barcelona in the Champions League finals of 2009 and 2011. Final of this competition. Penalties. You may remember that penalty shootout against Villarreal in 2021, finished 11-10-2. Villarreal on spot kicks, he only played to the edge of his own penalty. Onana lays it out towards the left-hand side and short. Heavy first touch, but under pressure by Brennan Johnson. That pressure told, tried to clear it upfield. He bounded off and Johnson back into the path.
Richarlison bro, ngeri.
Left-hand side and short. Heavy first touch, but under pressure by Brennan Johnson. That pressure told, tried to clear it upfield. United penalty here is going to be taken by Pedro Porro, who was looking for inside right by the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Is going to be taken by Pedro Porro, who was looking for the option short, but Patrick Dorgan cut that supply line off. Back in towards the path of Bentancur. Here's Basuma. Back in towards the possession of Sim. Flicked away by Mazraoui. It's going to be another Tottenham Hotspur corner, this time on the left-hand side. It was a beautiful ball in, right-footed towards the back post, looking to fight for Richarlison. Flicked away by Mazraoui. It's going to be another Tottenham Hotspur from the right-hand side, 25 yards out towards the back stick. But Mazraoui doing exactly by Pedro Porro, swung it in, right-footed from the right-hand side, 25 yards out towards the back, this time from the left-hand side. 9 minutes gone, Tottenham 0, Manchester United 0. Once again, it's going to be taken by Pedro Porro. It's going to be another right-footed
penyelamatan Onana.
swinging delivery. Being taken by Pedro
Di
Porro.
bal-balan dulu
Going to be
podcast
another
ini.
right-footed high audio commentary service. Goalless after 9.5 minutes. Porro with the corner. Left side. Right footed swinging to deep towards the near post. Punched away by Onana. Comes back out towards Johnson edge of the box. Here's Basuma. Out towards Porro again. Porro with the corner. Left side. Right footed swinging to deep towards the near post. Punched away by Onana. Comes back out towards Johnson edge in the end. It comes back to Udogie on the halfway here for Spurs. Being put under pressure. Ujuri will take one. Headed away by Mason Mount in the end. It comes back to Udogie on themselves a free kick just inside Manchester United territory.
Bro, diserang terus MU piye iki.
The Brighton United number 16, and Tottenham will get themselves a free kick just inside Manchester United. Ahmed, which conceded the free kick. Big ball punch though from the corner before from Udogie on the right elbow by Ahmed, which conceded the free kick. But you expected a bright start from both teams. Two teams that play on the front foot just because they know exactly what's on the line this evening, exactly what is at stake this season is defined by what happens here this evening, 16th and 17th respectively in the Premier League this season. Ball given away cheaply here, Brennan Johnson, right hand side inside the air, not to hook it back, parried away by Onana, comes back in second time. It's Premier League this season, ball given away cheaply here, Brennan Johnson, right hand side inside the air, not to hook it back, parried away down towards the edge of the penalty on the left hand side under the challenge of Mazraoui. Tottenham have a free kick to be in by Patsar. And then Richarlison goes down towards the edge of the penalty on the left-hand side, under the top over the last few minutes or so. Mazraoui jumping over Richarlison towards the edge of the Bucklew side to very much on top over the last few minutes or so. Byline inside the box, hooks it back, parried away by Onana. Second effort off Pape Sarr was blocked by United. But they have to see out another set piece here. A free kick to Ghana. Second effort off Pape Sarr was blocked by United. But they have to they attack. 11.5 gone. Tottenham 0, Manchester United 0. Here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary set. It's going to be Pedro Porro again on that. Wanderer right foot to deliver the ball into United 0. The Flash Score Live audio commentary set. It's going to be Pedro Porro again on that. Advance towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Porro to strike. Right footed. In towards the area, it's cleared away. We ban off a chance. Who gets it second time? Has an effort. It's bundled around, pinballed around the box, and out of play will go right footed. In towards the area, it's cleared away. We ban off a chance. Who gets it second time? Has an effort. It's bundled around, pinballed around the box, and out of play will go for another Tottenham corner on the left-hand side. Manchester United ball fell loose to Richarlison towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Tried to set himself up on his more favourable left foot for a shooting angle. It comes off of Bruno Fernandes in the end. It's another Tottenham corner, and there's some pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box, which Felix Vea is going to try and cut out immediately. Papsarzi, and he's having a con shoving inside the 6-yard box, which Felix Vea is going to try and cut out immediately. Papsarzi, and he's having a conversation with Tottenham's third corner of the game. Manchester United with a solitary one in the opening 13 minutes of this Europa League final. Porro again to take on his right foot, left-hand side, to the near posts, where area. Right, interruption there. We just had a couple of technical hitches. The corner didn't amount to anything as we have a look at pictures here of some men on the substitutes bench. I suppose the big absentee as far as Tottenham Hotspur are concerned this evening as both managers go through their instructions. 13.5 minutes gone. Tottenham, as far as Tottenham Hotspur are concerned this evening as both managers go through their instructions. Shaw falling on this left-hand side towards Dorgu, who gets the better of Porro. Inside the box he goes down the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here's Shaw falling on this left-hand side towards Dorgu, Shaw towards Casemiro. Maguire on the halfway on the left-hand side here for Manchester United. Switch it out away by Tottenham as far as Maguire. Short towards Casemiro. Maguire on the halfway on the left towards the path for Lenny Yoro. Yoro towards Maguire. Maguire to Shaw. Shaw left-hand side of the field towards the centre circle and back towards the path for Lenny Yoro. Yoro towards Maguire. Challenger Papsar manages to find Fernandes. Yoro towards Mazraoui, who drives down the centre here for United. So it's out towards Dorgu, chests it down into the box on this left-hand side. Got Porro up against it, crosses it in left foot. Comes off the top, the right back for Manchester United throw on the left, which is adjacent towards the penalty spot. Dorgu takes it back towards the path of Luke Shaw in the middle of the Tottenham half. But for Manchester United throw on the left, which is adjacent towards the penalty spot. Dorgu takes it back, thinking no chance of it. Rasmus Højlund bearing it on goal. Got the ball out for Manchester United corner on the left as we pass the quarter of an hour mark here at the San Mamés in Bilbao. Tottenham 0, Manchester United 0. And now it's Manchester United's turn to try and eke the breakthrough in this Europa League curtain close. It's going to be Fernandes to take this corner from the left hand to try and eke the breakthrough in this Europa League curtain close. It's going to be Fernandes to take this corner from the left hand side.
Diallo tendangannya menceng
It's going to
aduh.
be, as ever, a right-footed in-swinging delivery. The Manchester United captain, who's head to the back post, is parried away by Vicario. Maguire wins it back. Ahmad in space, takes a shot on his right foot, which went across the face of goal, but it goes wide on the left-hand post by a good 3-4 yards.
Monteng ya.
Well, that's the first real effort on goal from either side. The first real bona fide chance. The corner came in. It was parried away by Vicario. Maguire played it back in towards Ahmed. The angle was tight for him. With a couple of Tottenham defenders bearing in on it, he struck it through the length of his right foot, went wide on the left-hand post by a couple of yards. And the first real opportunity of this Europa League final has fallen to Manchester United and has fallen to Amad Diallo, who 2 years ago was playing of this Europa League final, has fallen to Manchester United and has fallen to Amad Diallo. Eventually to Coventry City, who in turn would lose out to Luton Town in terms of promotion to the Premier League. And he has possession here on the right-hand side. He's driving forward into the middle of the Tottenham half with Basuma up against him, wins it back. The Tottenham, this is Solanke up against Fernandez. A bit of a tussle towards the dead ball line. The ball goes out. Last touch being deemed to come off Bruno Fernandez, with Tottenham throw on the left-hand side, 5 yards from the edge of the Manchester United half. Tottenham 0, Manchester United 0 the score here on the flash. Fernandez with Tottenham throw on the left-hand side, 5 yards from the edge of the Manchester United half. Led by Romero, brought down by Basuma. Towards the path for Solanke, who drives out towards the left-hand side. He's got the overlapping one of Basuma if he wants him, out towards Richarlison on the left. Cross goes in, right footed, towards the path of Patsar, who just couldn't quite bring the ball down. It's cleared away. Got the overlapping one of Basuma if he wants him, out towards Richarlison on the left. Cross goes in, right footed, towards the path of Pat goal, but Richarlison is making quite the impact for Tottenham so far this evening. He's been quite bright in the opening few minutes. Put that cross in for Patsar, just couldn't quite bring it down. Luke Shaw blocking his path, and then Maguire clearing the ball away inside his own penalty area. Tottenham throw taken short towards the path, but try to bring it down. Luke Shaw blocking his path, and then Maguire clearing the ball away inside his own penalty area. Manchester United throw on the right, adjacent towards the edge of the penalty area that they are defending this evening. Both sides attacking the designated sets of supporters that they have been allocated in this ground in the Basque Country this evening. A lot of fans have been here since around about Monday, Tuesday, making a week of the occasion. And for the players, an opportunity to lift major European silverware. For Tottenham, 1984, the last time that they tasted European success in the UEFA Cup, and if they win this evening, they will become just the third side to won the UEFA Cup or Europa League 3 times or more. Test in the
Passing sempurna, Manchester United passingnya bagus. Ayo.
Third side to won the particular trophy. Richarlison in a loose pocket of space up against Casemiro, back to the path of Poe. Wasn't the best pass into him. He record-breaking 7 occasions winning this particular trophy. Richarlison in a loose pocket of space up against Casemiro towards the right-hand side. This is Mazraoui in possession. Towards the halfway, Ahmed spins his way past Udogie, now drives down this right-hand side for Manchester United, back towards Fernandez, does want to keep possession. Towards the halfway, Ahmed spins his way past Udogie, now drives down this right out to the left, and towards Franco, 5 yards inside Tottenham Hotspur territory. Pedro Bonavera down on just wide. Plays it back to Luke Shaw, in turn finds Maguire. Shaw again a couple of key uppies to ball past Brennan Johnson. Mount with 2 up against it, being doubled up, finds Patrick Dorgu. Back to Lenny Yoro now for Manchester United. Out towards Mazraoui on the halfway, breaking in towards Tottenham territory on this right hand side. Charlton up against him. This is Ahmad for Manchester United. Back towards Dorgu. So Lenny Yoro on the halfway. Yoro backing towards the path for Harry Maguire inside the centre circle for Manchester United. Dorgu. So Lenny Yoro on the halfway. Yoro backing towards the path for Rodrigo Bentancur, but Bentancur gets his ground. Will go out of play. Manchester United, Dorgu to take it. Left hand side in the middle of the ball will go out of play. To Manchester United, Dorgu to take it. He's got the option Ahmed out on the right. It's exactly who he fires, being put under pressure by Destiny Udogi, Yoro towards Casemiro, who turns on the half. Heavy first touch, manages to play out to the left, and it's exactly who he finds, being put under pressure by Destiny Udogi. Yoro towards Casemiro, who turns on the half. Heavy first touch, manages to play out to the left, and towards Dortmund, brings it down left-footed, edge of the box on the left-hand side, up against Pod. Cross goes in towards the back post, cancelled by Mazraoui, but headed away by Destiny Udogi, falls for Ahmed second time, into the box is Fernandez, looks to hook it across the face and goal. Hornet was looking to make the run, blocked up by Romero, and comfortably goes into the arms of Macario at the near post in the Tottenham Hotspur. Nipping in there, midway through the first half in this Europa League final. Goalless between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, 21.5 minutes played, but it's been far from a squib so far. An entertaining watch, just to wait in the break for pretty much the only thing we haven't seen so far this evening. Fernandez on the halfway for Manchester United, loses out towards Richarlison, but Luke Shaw bet him out of trouble. Here's Mount just beyond the halfway, driving his way past Bentancur, now twisting and turning with the top of number 30. Giving it to Pons, Brennan Johnson, then clips it from behind, brings Mount down, free kick to Manchester United on the left-hand side, 40 yards out, top of number 30. Giving it to Pons, Brennan Johnson, then clips it from behind, brings Mount down, free kick to Manchester United on the left-hand side, 40 yards out from the Tottenham goal. And Felix Weah wants a couple of words with the Tottenham Hotspur number 22, who has been quite the signing for Tottenham, and Ange Postecoglou since joining a couple of seasons ago from Nottingham Forest, who was the breakout star of their first season back in the Premier League, and has been one of the real mainstays in Ange Postecoglou's side over the last couple of years. It's going to be one of 11 players to defend this free kick, short to take, left footed from the left-hand side, 25 yards out. It's a poor free kick in truth. And Christian Romero will clear the ball out of play, being put under pressure by Ahmed. Manchester United bails his teammates out and wins it back for Tottenham. Here is Richarlison against Fernandez. Richarlison couldn't move, driving at Udogi, gets on the inside of him, but Basuma bails his teammates out and wins it back for Tottenham. Here is Richarlison against Fernandez. Richarlison couldn't quite get his way past the United number 8. Here's Casemiro towards Fernandez again, being received the ball from Mazraoui. Casemiro out towards Ahmed on the right hand, just to United. Out in towards the path of Mazraoui. Fernandez being put under pressure by Basuma, cleared away by Udogi. Here's Ahmad with both Sarr and Udogi up against him. It's the Spurs number 13 that wins it back, with Richarlison in towards the path of Solanke, and there's space in for Spurs to move forward, but Solanke's brought down in the middle of the park under the challenger Casemiro. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham, and there's space in for Spurs to move forward, but Solanke's brought down in the middle of the park under the challenger. A little bit of a counter-attack on the halfway before Casemiro, Dominic Solanke down to the surface there, appealing for a card, which doesn't look like it's been given by the referee Felix Weah. German official being flanked up by Robert Kempter, Christian Diaz, assistant referees Maurizio Mariani of Italy is the fourth official, Bastian Dankert of Germany is the VAR official to see. Here's Poto on the right-hand side, on the halfway up against Mount. Poor pass in towards the path of Sarr, so United will win themselves. And here's Poto on the right-hand side, on the halfway up against Mount. Poor pass in towards the path of Sarr, so United win themselves a cheap throw-in on this left-hand side, 10 yards on the edge of Tottenham Hotspur territory. Shaw goes back towards Anand. Launching forward on his left foot towards the halfway. Moylan look to chase it back. Basuma wins it. Up in the air it goes. Put down by Basuma. Out the eyes of the referee. Cleared away by Shaw. Dorgu gets it further clear, but can only concede a throw in to Tottenham Hotspur on the right hand side. Base part of 30 yards out from the Manchester. Further clear, but can only concede a throw in to Tottenham Hotspur on the right hand side. Base part of row 2. Take this throw in for Tottenham. Jason towards the edge of the penalty area. He's moved it forward and good. Poto to take this throw in for Tottenham. Jason Poto up against both Mount and Dorgu. Gets the better of them both. Towards the dead ball line. Dorgu manages to win it back. Cleared away. Comes off the right arm of Brennan Johnson. And so it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United by the near side corner flag towards the goal of their defending in this Brennan Johnson. And so it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United by the near side corner flag. High volume heavy service over the next 10 days. This time next week we'll be In folklore in Poland for Real Bettimi broadcasting to you live across the Flash Score Live audio commentary service over the next 10 days. This time next week, Saturday, the Champions League final, Paris Saint-Germain up against Inter Milan at the Alicante kick-off next Wednesday night. And then the big one is a week Saturday, the Champions League final, Paris Saint-Germain interviews with some of the biggest names in the game, preview looking back at that particular match. You'll be able to read match preview and reaction by downloading the Flash Score app. You'll get interviews with some of the biggest names in the game, preview looking back at that particular match. You'll be able to read match preview and statistical insights, of course, our goal notification service, and as well, as you'd expect, live commentary of the final for the Allianz Arena. Paris Saint-Germain face off against Inter Milan in the final of the Champions League. But here at the Europa League final, 26-minute score box, but Maguire did well to keep touch tight and then clear the ball away towards Bentancur, down the centre, driving around about 30 yards out from goal, out towards the left-hand side and towards a doggy. This is for Charlison, a dog away, runs loose towards Bentancur, down the centre, driving around about 30 yards out from goal, out towards the left-hand side and towards a doggy. This is for Charlison, a doggy is looking to make the overlapping run. Tries to put the ball in, comes off from Mazraoui, Tottenham throw, left-hand side, adjacent towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Spurs, who chips the ball out towards the left-hand side, and Charlison edge of the box, glances the ball on, Maguire, one of the Van der Ven on the halfway. Here's Christian Romero for Spurs, who chips the ball out towards the left-hand side, towards the back post, and Onana wanted it to be left, but Dorgu chests the ball out of play towards the path of Doggy, in space, cross goes in left-footed, towards the back post, and Onana wanted it to be, could have just left that to go out of play. There was nobody behind him. And, well, I don't know whether he got the shout there, Dorgu, but he could have just left that to go out of play. There was nobody able to do so. And so Tottenham with another corner, this time on the right-hand side. It's going to be Pedro Porro to deliver it. He doesn't get a touch to get out of the way, but was unable to do so. And so Tottenham with another corner, this time on the right-hand side this season, particularly the game at Old Trafford in the league back in September. Seen it from a corner which was taken by Polo towards Solanke. There's another corner here for Spurs on the right-hand side. It's going to be in September. Seen it from a corner which was taken by Polo towards Solanke. There's another corner here for Spurs on the right-hand side. It's going to be the right foot of Pedro Polo to deliver it for Tottenham. Has got the option of Sarr short if he wants it. He's going to swing this in towards the penalty area, towards the penalty spot. Then he fell for Salah back towards the halfway goes. Tottenham have it, and it will be bundled back in towards the path of Fikari. Hotspur, who was looking to make inroads there, back towards the halfway goes. Tottenham have it, and it will be bumped down by Udogie, who loses out towards Ahmed, who goes down to the ground, and is deemed to have been fouled by, cleared away by Casemiro towards the half. Ball down by Udogie, who loses out towards Ahmed, who goes down to the yards inside the Tottenham Hotspur half as Udogie basically Manchester United free kick on the right as they attack 5 yards inside the Tottenham Hotspur half as Udogie. Get the sense right now, this is a who blinks first final. In terms of fouls, get the sense right now, this is a edge of the area up against Udogie. Ahmad inside the area, steps on the inside, hooks it across, looking to find Yoro. It was short along this right hand side towards Ahmad. Edge of the area up against Udogie. Ahmad inside the area, steps on, was then eventually cleared away by Tottenham Hotspur. Ahmad bringing the ball inside. Yoro from running in towards Yoro's tracks. It was then eventually cleared away by Tottenham Hotspur. Ahmad bringing the ball inside. Yoro was looking at it at the near post, but cleared away by Brennan Johnson, and then out of play for Manchester United throw on the right-hand side. Jason Torsey in this first half. There is a slight concern here for Christian Romero, who finds himself down on the ground inside ways from the United fans, whose goal they're attacking in this first half. There is a slight concern here for Christian. Taking on energy gels, some just taking on normal hydration. Also the first chance and opportunity just to take a bit of a breather. Some of the players taking on energy gels, some just would have had to have had a real conversation with his players. As we pass the half-hour mark here, the first chance that Ange Postecoglou and Ruben Amorim would have had to have had a real conversation with his players. And we're still waiting for him to get back up on his feet, which he eventually does. We pass the half-hour mark here. And we're still waiting for him to get back on his up on his feet, which he eventually does. We pass the half-hour mark here. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester United 0 in the Europa League final here from the flash score live audio commentary service. United throw back in towards the park against Lyon. Here's Ahmed at the other end, right-hand side edge of the box up against Richarlison. Back towards Fernandes, cross went in first. Mo spent times in this Europa League as a striker, particularly in that game against Lyon. Here's Ahmed at the other end, right-hand side edge of the box up against Richarlison. Back towards Fernandes, cross went in first time off of Pape Sarr. Manchester United throw on the right-hand side. And Jason towards the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. Pape Sarr, who's crossed by the mountain around the penalty spot if he wanted to go long, but has gone short to Ahmad, who tries past Richarlison, edge of the option of Ahmad short, or Holland and mountain around the penalty spot if he wanted to go long, but has gone short to Ahmad, who tries past Richarlison, edge of the area, cross goes in right-footed, but it's flashed across goal. It never had any kind of accuracy of heading towards it. It sails wide of the goal that he's attacking, much to the frustration of his manager Ruben Amorim, and much to the gas of the Manchester United fans that are behind that goal in the opening period. And you get the sense this is a nervous night. Two teams whose domestic seasons can fairly be described as disastrous, looking for continental glory to be the salvation to a season which they'd otherwise want to forget. Manchester United are lowest league position since the 1970s. For Tottenham Hotspur, their worst Premier League season in history. Here's Richarlison for Spurs, getting on the inside of Mazraoui, cleared away only as far as Udogie on this left side, who's got Bruno Fernandes for company. Goes out of play, last touch comes off the United skipper. Tottenham throw left-hand side, middle of the United half. Back in towards the path of Bissouma, who manages to get past Mazraoui, who then brings him down. Tottenham wanted a free kick, not giving. United trying to get the ball away. Yono towards the edge of his own penalty area, back into the path of Maguire. Bissouma still down on the deck on the far side. Spurs effectively a man down right now. Maguire slips the ball out towards Dorgu, who tried to bring it down on his left foot. It was a high ball from Maguire as he slipped towards the surface. Dorgu tried his best to bring it down, but couldn't quite do so on his left foot. And Bissouma still down on the deck here for Tottenham, following the challenge by Mazraoui, whose knee collided with the thigh of Bissouma. And Ange Postecoglou, the Tottenham manager, not happy whatsoever that a free kick wasn't awarded to his side there. Bissouma still down on the deck. And I've got to say, it's not looking too comfortable as Postecoglou has a conversation. United do want some kind of good vibes about it. Well, if Manchester United do want some kindness, it was May the 23rd, 2008, it was in an all-English final, and they got the better of Chelsea on penalty. 2008, so if they fancy overs, it could be this. It was May the 23rd, 2008, it was in an all-English final, penalty kick to give Manchester United their second Champions League and third European Cup title. For Tottenham, it'll be a first European success since 1984, a first trophy since the League Cup in 2008 under the stewardship of Juan de Ramos, and they were to be successful tonight, and they move their way forwards here. This is Udogie on the left-hand side. He had a shove in the back by Ahmad, who was tugging his shirt, but managed to bring the ball out to the left, and then eventually goes down to the ground towards the edge of the area. Bruno Fernandes, who brought him to the deck. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham on the left side, right towards the edge of the Manchester United, and eventually goes down to the ground towards the edge of the area. Bruno Fernandes, who brought him to the deck. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham on the sharp conversations with the referee, who's now looking to be the pacifier towards the situation. Mickey van der Ven having quite sharp conversations with the referee, who's now looking to be, he's going to get the first yellow card in this final. And the referee basically saying in no one's referee unless the referee wants to speak to a certain player. Ahmad's going to get the first yellow card in this final. The first player to be booked tonight in this Europa League final for Manchester United, and hauled him back. So Ahmad, the first player to be booked tonight in this final, the 16th occasion of this final being played. The previous 15 have actually yielded has ever been sent off in a Europa League final. The 16th occasion of this final being played. The previous 15 have actually yielded 43 goals,
Aduh.
an average of just under 3 a game. The Tottenham free kick here on the left-hand side, right by the edge of the United penalty area. It's going to be Pedro Porro to take. He's going to swing it on his right foot, not after the referee has a conversation about some pushing and shoving the penalty area. Mickey van der Ven is due another appointment with the match official. So another opportunity here from a set piece for Tottenham. Porro to take it on his left hand, the match official. So another opportunity here from a set piece past the first man, Højlund. It was nearly found second time by Ibasuma, cleared away by Manchester spot. Porro's free kick fails to get past the first man, Højlund. It was nearly found second time. It's hopping a little bit gingerly. This is Johnson on the right hand side for Tottenham. Not really been able to get into the game in this first half. Up against Dorgu towards the edge of the box. Cross goes in, takes the deflector to the near post. Solanke, Tristan turns towards the byline, but handled the ball with his first touch on his right hand as he's being kept touched tight by Harry Maguire. And so it'll be a thank you. Tristan turns towards the byline, but handled the ball with his first touch on his right hand as he was being kept touched, but on the near side. Vent some of his frustrations towards the linesman on the near side. Listening to the Europa League final here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. 36.5 minutes gone, Tottenham 0. Manchester final, which they would go on to win by 4 goals to 3 in December. The Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium of China 1-0, and a Carabao Cup quarter-final, which they would go on to win by 4 goals to 2 heavy a touch, and a rebound straight into the path of Andre Onana in the Manchester United box. 2 up against him, one back by Pape Sarr, but just too heavy a touch, and a rebound straight into the path of his penalty area. Solanke up against him, Pape Sarr also made chase. All's well but ends well. A murder ball. Twisting and turning inside his penalty area. Solanke up against him, Pape Sarr. Onana having lost out in 2 European finals, Inter Milan, the 2020 Europa League final to Onana between the sticks. Looking to win his first European title, Onana, having lost out in 2 European finals. Manchester United a couple of summers ago. Bruno Fernandes goes down on the halfway here. Manchester City, his last game for Inter before joining Manchester United a couple of summers ago. Bruno Fernandes a little bit here because he's had it in the neck from both sets of sides. Fernandes going down to the ground after the referee, whose patience is beginning to wear thin a little bit here because he's had it in the neck from both sets of sides. Fernandes going down to the ground after him and Pape Sarr were both looking to head the same ball, and Sarr making contact with the back of the head of Bruno Fernandes. Nothing malicious about of Luke Shaw. Shaw back towards Casemiro. United have completed 127 passes on his left foot, play back in towards the path of Luke Shaw. Shaw back towards Casemiro. United have completed 127 passes so far in comparison to the 68 at Tottenham. Here's Yono, into the path of Ahmed, making the overlapping one is Mascherano on this right hand side, finds it towards the edge of the box, cross goes in first time. Udogie manages to block that off, and Richarlison looking to get it away for Spurs. Udogie makes an overlapping run. Richarlison towards the halfway, manages to find Udogie on this left side, just inside United tail. Van der Ven up against him. Casemiro is looking to lay it out towards Mason Mount. Place on this right side, Fernandes towards Højlund, turning back to goal. Van der Ven up against him. Casemiro is looking to buy Mickey van der Ven. And a couple of moments ago, Højlund looking to turn, was then a free kick following a foul on Rasmus Højlund on by Mickey van der Ven. And a couple of moments ago, United given a full advantage, so getting the free kick. Attack not amounting to anything, and so United the sting out of it on the left foot of Ahmad, and then straight in towards the arms of Vakali. A shot takes the deflection off of Richarlison, which just took the sting out of it on the left foot of Ahmad, and then straight Stoppage kicks the ball out of play. So Ahmad will be able to receive into number 16, finds himself down on the deck. Udogie kicks the ball out of play. And so Ahmad, it's of the first half here at the San Mamés Stadium. This is actually the first cup final featuring both Manchester United and Tottenham since the 2009 League Cup final, United winning 4-1 on penalties following a goalless draw. Luka Modric and Gareth Bale since the 2009 League Cup final, United winning 4-1 on penalties following a and 21-year-old Johnny Evans was involved in that particular. Cristiano Ronaldo, Rio Ferdinand and Nani played for United, and 21-year-old Johnny Evans, and if it is a penalty shootout this evening, do not be surprised, because 3 of the last 4 Europa League finals have been decided by United. And if it is a penalty shootout this evening, do not be surprised, because Atalanta's 3-0 win against Bayer Leverkusen in Dublin, Royale in 2021, the outlier being last season, and Atalanta's 3-0 win against Bayer towards Abbott back upon his feet. Obviously, we should use Mazraoui towards Fernandez. Fine. 2010 as Fernandez scored towards Abbott back up on his feet. They obviously looking for space to run into. He's got Richarlison out on the left if he wants him. Richarlison found with Mazraoui up against him, steps inside and finds Bentancur. In space inside the area, up against Bruno Fernandes, played back into the path that wants him. Richarlison found with Mazraoui up against him, steps inside and finds Bentancur. In space inside the area. Round about 3 yards out, and his first blood to Tottenham Hotspur. 4 minutes out from half time. Johnson, who sticks the ball into the back of the net for around about 3 yards out, and his first blood to Tottenham. Tottenham won't care one bit. They find themselves in front in a European final. And for Brennan Johnson, his 5th Europa League goal of the season. And is that the goal? Is that the goal that Tottenham fans have craved for all those years? 1-0 they lead on the stroke of half-time. And you have to say that it has been a goal that's been coming. The pressure's finally told. Bentancur in space inside the penalty area. Plays it back in towards the path of Sarr. Excellent ball in towards the near post. Luke Shaw gets attacked by Brennan Johnson, who then brings the ball down. It falls to him. Well, I'm not sure he even gets a touch to it, actually, Brennan Johnson. He does, it's the smallest of touches. It actually comes off of Luke Shaw. Onana scrambling towards his near post, but he just couldn't keep it out the back of the net. And Tottenham Hotspur have their noses in front, and it's Brennan Johnson with a goal. And as Postecoglou potentially one step closer towards his second season promise. He says he always wins things in his second campaign. That could be a big step towards doing so. 43 minutes on the clock. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. Brennan Johnson will try and claim it, but it may well go down as a Luke Shaw goal. 3 minutes on the clock. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. Brennan Johnson will try and claim it, but Tottenham Hotspur perhaps deserve. As Richarlison concedes a free kick out on this far side. On the balance of play, it's a lead that Tottenham Hotspur perhaps deserve. As Richarlison fans making quite the racket, and Ruben having a look down at the iPad to Tottenham Hotspur half, and the Spurs fans making quite the racket, and Ruben having a look down at Thierry. We know about the vulnerability after he just scored. Manchester United looking to pile that pressure onto Tottenham's kick here. Fernandes the free kick, chipped in towards the penalty area. We know about the vulnerability after you just scored. Mazraoui, who's going to be left to it, throwing for Manchester United on this right-hand side. Casemiro will chip it out towards the path of Ahmad, edge of the air on this right-hand side, up against Udogie towards the edge of the box, play back towards the possession of Yoro. Yoro towards Casemiro, ball breaks towards Fernandes inside the air, strikes it right-footed first time, cleared by Van der Ven. Udogie is trying to get it away, eventually does so towards Richarlison, who's been put under pressure by Mazraoui, who wins it back for United, cleared by Van der Ven. Udogie is trying to get it away, eventually does so towards Richarlison. On the halfway, United with 56% possession compared to the 44% of Tottenham, but it is Spurs before finding Højlund, and it's one back by Maguire on the halfway. United with 56% possession compared to the Mazraoui back into the path of Yoru on the halfway. Casemiro now for Manchester United. Maguire towards Shaw, 42nd minute. Here's Mazraoui back into the path of Yoru on the halfway. Casemiro away. Shaw will play it back in towards the path of Andre Onana. Patrick Dorgu on the halfway. Shaw will play it back in towards the Tottenham
Yeah.
Hotspur, despite the slight ricochet of hands as we enter stoppage time at the end of the first half. Tottenham leading Manchester United by a goal to nil in the Europa League final. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Ball goes out of play. Tottenham Hotspur
Amat ya
with
lu.
the throw on the right-hand
Look
side.
so.
As we have minutes added on at the end of the first half. Ball goes out of play. Tottenham Hotspur with the throw on the right. Does get in touch, but it looks like the final one comes off of
babak kedua,
Luke Shaw,
babak pertama.
rebounds off the
Ada. Babak kedua MU, balas MU, babak
Hazard
kedua MU.
into Johnson. He does get in touch, but it looks
Santai
like the
MU.
final one comes off of
Kamu bisa
Hiccup
MU.
United at the other end. Mason Mount unable to get past Pedro
Siapa?
Porro.
Babak pertama 1-0.
Onana squirming to get it away, unable to do so. But Hiccup United at the other end. Mason Mount unable to get past. Came putting a foul on Mount by Pedro Porro a couple of moments earlier. Free kick to be taken by Bruno Fernandes on this left-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed in swinging delivery from him. Visiting towards the back post. Can't swing for five equalizer. Towards Amafuni Artam. A right-footed in swinging delivery from him. Visiting towards the back post. Glance Christian Romero. Come back out towards Ahmed on the right side again. Looking to put another one in. He does. Left footed towards the back post. Vicario teasing ball in towards the box, but flicked away by Christian Romero. Come back out towards Ahmed on the right side again. Looking to put another spur. And for their fans, well, there's no calming them down. They are just over 45 minutes away. Calm things down for Tottenham Hotspur. And for their fans, well, there's no calming them down. It's side of the ground, there's one of sheer dejection. There really is two sides to this ground now. 10 years in
serangan sama lah. Cuma MU kurang beruntung aja babak pertama ya.
Side of the ground is one of sheer dejection. Red end have been left red-faced. Here's for Charlison, left side towards the edge of the box. Cross goes in, left with white to light to the right of us, whilst the red end have been left red-faced. Here's for throwing on the left-hand side. Being put under pressure. But that surely should be that for the opening period here in Bilbao. Indeed it is. And Tottenham Hotspur lead at the break here in the Europa League. That surely should be that for the opening period here in Bilbao. Indeed it is. And 3 minutes out from half-time with a little bit of help from Luke Shaw means that Tottenham Hotspur are the difference between the two sides. His strike 3 minutes out from half-time with a little bit of help there, but in 17 years for Manchester United, work to do. At the break here at St Mamés in Bilbao, the Europa League final, it is Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. It is Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0.
Bisa datang ke rumah
Itu yang dalamnya.
Dia nyelang aja sih.
Aku tahu kamu panik.
Panik sih enggak, santai sih. Di babak pertama.
Jamurnya sore, untung ada Zali, obat spesialis jamurnya salin, oksigen salin, diproduksi oleh Tottenham. Aku berharap seorang pria tampan datang ke dalam hidupku. Seperti Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Berapa sih baterai?
24.
Paling nggak jadi 20 lah.
Ya.
Kok nggak mau cas?
Jam telu.
Opo yuk mari. Mempreyon.
Ray ya. Air itu. Bakal turu.
Ini begini.
Apa deh?
Oke ngomong.
Bentrokan.
Satu kosong.
Siapa yang komentator? Kowel.
Komentar foto kan dulu aku nya.
Kowel.
Pola tok.
Nah, iku siapa jenenge? Sing gondol iki?
Riko ceper.
Iya. Iku ceper. Kata
Blunder mana blunder kok terusan iki opo.
apa? Lanjutkan.
Lho. Loksau. Sama mes, ini bau. Iya gitu lur. MU masa gak menang. MU gak menang ya wis bubar klubnya ganti. Madura United. Gak menang wis kalah, gak mlebu apa-apa ya.
Kamu nominasi apa?
Champion gak mlebu. Europa gak mlebu. Konfederasi gak mlebu. Ini kalah tapi ini menang champion lewat ini ya. Ini menang.
Kalau menang.
Iya menang gitu nih.
Kalau menang.
Masalah ini bingungnya apa? Ini degradasi kasih nonton aku tuh.
Bagiannya saya
MU kurang.
malah
MU berapa pertandingan? Kurang berapa pertandingan brother? MU kurang 1 pertandingan. Aston Villa.
Mau dapat voucher belanja 25 juta tiap bulan? Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Masuki dunia majikan, temukan keharuman yang mempesona.
yang mempesona.
Ini rekor atau ngopi terlama ya? Kak ya?
Oh tidak.
Kapan kita ngopi terlama?
Iya.
Di rumah lah.
Masa?
Di rumah lah.
Oh,
Nanti.
oke nih.
Ah, iso itu.
Mulai ngawur.
Oh iya sih mulai tahu itu. Oh tak mau cek retok.
Tapi mesin tua ini siapa sih tuh?
Iya, ampun dah. Bongkar madak lagi ya. Mele apa?
Jamban. Makasih Om.
Nikmati gratisan Kiristan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Ya.
Mau dapat voucher belanja 25 juta tiap bulan? Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Kembali lagi pemirsa terlihat di final dari Europa League pertemuan antara Spurs menghadapi Manchester United. Mereka baru bergabung, tinggal saat ini Manchester United walaupun menguasai jalannya pertandingan secara statistik. Maka tiga pemain mereka, Maguire, Bruno, dan juga Zoro itu memimpin ya secara pemain di statistik. Ini dia, di statistik. Di babak yang pertama akan dijelaskan di sini oleh Bung Heri.
Unggul semuanya gitu. Tapi sekali lagi itu sangat disiplin pertama di pertama dalam
Betul sekali pemirsa.
masih ada Garnacho yang bisa dimainkan. Ada Garnacho, ada Zaxi, ada Yasin di kubu MU. Sementara di Spurs masih ada Son serta Hotspur.
Kita menyaksikan bagaimana jalan pertandingan babak yang kedua ya setelah 3 menit ya.
Mau dapat voucher belanja 25 juta tiap bulan? Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratisan Kiristan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Suka dicicip keuntungan podcast malam pertama ini jangan.
Mau dapat voucher belanja 25 juta tiap bulan? Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratisan Kiristan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Belajar memaknai setiap perjalanan. Rasa super indah. Ini kritiknya super. Seram segar espresso gold. Ya, kembali lagi teman pemirsa di finals dari Europa League. Pertemuan antara Spurs menghadapi Manchester United dan kita langsung balik ke Estadio San Barbaria yang ada di Bilbao dan bagaimana respon dari pegangan Amorim tentunya Erwin di babak yang kedua.
Persiapan. Enggak ya? Ada berapa kamu? Terima kasih. Iya lah.
Salah ya.
Turun di babak pertama.
Enggak kabeh.
It's 7th time, opponents and destination for the Conference League final as Real Betis take on Chelsea, and then next Saturday it is Inter Milan against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. We're about to get back underway here. Indeed, we are back underway. United will kick us back off, attacking the left to right of us in this second half, trailing by a goal to nil. A lot of the fans still yet to get into their seats ahead of the start of the second half. A lot of empty red chairs here at San Mamés. Just a reminder then of the 2 T's, 2 11s for you as Romero goes down right at the very beginning of the second half, the Tottenham skipper. For Spurs, it's Vicario, Polo, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi, Saar, Basuma, Bentancur, Johnson, the goal scorer, Solanke and Richarlison. For United, Onana, Yodo, Maguire, Shaw, Mazraoui, Casemiro, Fernandes, Dorgu, Ahmad, Hoyland and Mount. United with an early throw here on the left-hand side as they move forward in this second period, back towards the halfway towards the path of Harry Maguire. Maguire out towards Shaw. On this left-hand channel, ball down by Hornet out towards Mount. Towards the edge of the penalty area, being under pressure by Bentancur, touched by Dorgu on the left side. Sees the ball go out for a Tottenham throw on the right-hand side adjacent towards the penalty area that they are defending in this second period. Reminder of our Champions League final coverage, because we will be bringing the big one to you next Saturday. Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League final. Have a comprehensive build-up and post-match reaction package across the Flash Score app for the big one. Interviews and insights of some of the biggest names in the game. Update straight to your phone, plus of course live commentary of the big match next Saturday, 7:55. Won't miss a beat here on Flash Score. United with possession on the halfway. Lenny Yodo in possession inside the centre circle here for Manchester United. Plays it short towards Casemiro. Yodo again out towards Harry Maguire. United looking to patiently build things up. They had more possession in the first half, but Tottenham just had a little bit more instinctiveness in front of goal. You had to say it was a strike. Brennan Johnson had been coming, they had been useful inside the box, and they were inching ever closer to the breakthrough. It felt like an eventuality, but United looking to hit back early here at the beginning of this second half, retaining the lion's share of possession in the opening 2 minutes of it. Mazraoui on the right hand side forward towards Ahmad, up against Basuma, gets a touch, knocks the ball out. United throw right hand side, 25 yards out from the Tottenham Hotspur goal, play back in towards the possession of Nene Yoro. Yoro will play it back to the halfway and in towards the path for Harry Maguire. Being put under pressure by Solanke. Forward towards Ahmad. Mazraoui on the right. Towards the edge of the penalty area. Being put under pressure by Richarlison. Fernandez towards Mazraoui again. Into the box. Ahmad hooks it back. Hoyland with a header, but he couldn't quite get a clean connection to it, and around the penalty spot. It'll go wide of the right-hand post by around 4 or 5 yards. But it was really good play from Ahmad to turn his way past the doggy before they play, and that cuts it towards Hoyland. In and around the penalty spot. Was trying to glance it towards the top right-hand corner. Couldn't get a clean connection to it, could the Manchester United number 9, whom the Premier League has been quite troublesome for in the couple of years he's been here in Manchester. But the Europa League campaign has been some sort of salvation for him. 6 goals in 14 appearances, one of a couple of players in this United side to have played every single match, the other one being Garnacho, who isn't available this evening, and Hoyland does go down to the ground here on the right-hand side. United with themselves a free kick. Is going to be a yellow card for Mickey van der Ven, the man who brought him down, the first Tottenham player to suffer the book this evening. Ahmed cautioned in the first 45 minutes for Manchester United, and so the Spurs fall back on a tightrope for what remains of my extra time and penalties if it is level after 90 minutes here in the Basque Country this evening. Fernandez over this free kick for Manchester United on the right-hand side as they attack in this second half. Round about 30 yards out from goal, swinging it on his right foot. Fernandez's free kick towards the penalty spot, flicked away by Basuma, and then he fell for Maguire second time, flicked away by Bentancur for Shaw. Back to Mazraoui on the halfway. Look Shaw again on this left-hand side for Manchester United, but play stopped, and a little bit of a coming together between Maguire and Christian Romero there as we stop play. It was after a little bit of a tango between the parents on the penalty as the free kick went into the box. Maguire bringing Romero down to the floor, and the Tottenham captain tonight wanted to have a couple of words about it. And in fact, it was Maguire's Manchester United teammate Rasmus Hoyland who played the role of pacifier. Nonetheless, Tottenham do get themselves a free kick as a result of it as we pass the 5-minute mark in this second half, leading Manchester United by a goal to nil. Now, just 40 minutes away from a first trophy in 17 years, a first European trophy since 1984. Play forward on this right-hand side. Solanke cleared away by Luke Shaw on this far side. Tottenham throw, right-hand side as they attack, 10 yards inside the Manchester United half. Taken by Pedro Porro down that right flank, played short in towards Johnson, and then Porro was looking to play along that right-hand side towards Solanke. The ball eventually rolls towards Onana, clear it forward for Manchester United, and it all glanced on by Hoyland looking to find Ahmad, and then recovered by Van der Ven back in towards the path of Vicar, playing out towards the right-hand side and in towards the path of Porro, towards Johnson on the halfway. This is Bentancur, Porro forward for Tottenham, rediscovered by Maguire for United on the halfway. Papsar shoving down to the ground Casemiro. Manchester United wanting a free kick, and it doesn't look like the decision has gone the way of Casemiro here, and it was an elbow in the back by Papsar. Throwing had to do. It's quickly won back by Tottenham. Maguire wins it second time, brought down by Johnson eventually. This is Basuma, who has got Papsar out to his right. Manages to find Pedro Porro in the end, but being put under pressure by Mason Mount, eventually finds Sarr. Dorgu up against him. And Dorgu's pressure tells. He manages to get in touch, which then came off the Sarr for Manchester United throw. Shaw plays it back towards Maguire, towards the edge of his own penalty area, and then Yoro inside his own D, driving forward now. He's got Mazraoui out in space on the right. Ahmad eventually finds him on the halfway. Back to Neneyoro again for Manchester United. This is Maguire. Maguire to Shaw. Shaw, left-hand side, up against Johnson. This is Dorgu towards Fernandez with space to manoeuvre in midfield. Plays the ball out towards the left-hand side. Mount just didn't quite have the legs to get there. And then Christian Romero manages to get back for Tottenham, and it does feel like it's going to be one of them evenings now for Spurs. It's going to be one of them halves where everybody's going to put everything on the line and every tackle is going to be celebrated like a goal for as long as they can preserve a lead here at the San Mamés in Bilbao. 52 and a half gone. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Ball castled by Maguire. Out it will go for another Tottenham throw. Right hand side, 15 yards from the edge of Manchester United territory.
Ayo.
United just trying to see out a
Tottenham mulai mengulur waktu.
spell of Spurs pressure. On back by Fernandez, but then recovered straight away by Van der Ven. Here's Charlton on the halfway, who up against Mazraoui's ball down. Free kick to Tottenham on the halfway line on the left side as they attack. And Charlton and Mazraoui have certainly had their fair share of duels over the course of the evening so far. Mazraoui, well, pick your crime for him there, because he had both his arms around him, then he dangled a leg out. Referee Phillips Hire in Germany with no choice. So Tottenham free kick on the left side on the halfway. Mickey van der Ven is over it for Tottenham. 3.5 gone. Chips it over the top towards the left hand side. Cancelled by Richarlison. In towards the path of Pamsar. He's got Eddie Otto up against it, but the flag goes up. Offside against the Tottenham number 29. Just timing his one. Ran about a yard too enthusiastically. So Nana takes the free kick quickly for Manchester United. Maguire out towards the path for Shaw, towards the edge of his own penalty area. This is Dorgu on this left-hand side. Ball down to the ground on the half is Mason Mount. It's going to be a Manchester United free kick on the halfway. And it was Fenton-Kur who tucked the back of Mason Mount's shirt to concede the free kick for Tottenham United. With possession, here's Hoyland on the half. Heavy first touch, but manages to find Casemiro. Casemiro towards Ahmed. There was a sea of white shirts approaching, and Tottenham managed to clear it away with Van der Ven. It's a Manchester United throw on the half on the far side. The left as they attack. Maguire in towards the path for Yoram. Mazraoui stretching towards halfway, breaking inside Tottenham territory. Up against Richarlison, steps on the inside of him. Switches play from right to left, looking to find Dorgu, but it was a poor ball into him, if the truth be told, and Porra had the easiest of clearances, and Manchester United have a throw on the halfway out to the far side. 10 minutes of this second half gone, and for Tottenham fans this will probably feel like the longest half of football that they've been involved in. 1-0 up and half away from winning that elusive trophy, a trophy that they have been waiting so long for. A generation of fans have not seen. Last time they won a trophy, Bush was still the President of the United States. Gordon Brown was still the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Apple hadn't yet launched the App Store. That is how long it has been since Tottenham Hotspur have won a major trophy. Here's Dorgu for United on the left-hand side. Looking to switch it out towards Mazraoui on the right. Flicked on by Udogi. One back by Ahmad, who slipped. And Richarlison wins it back and now drives down this near side. He's got Mazraoui up against him, who shoves him in the back, brings him down to the ground. But there was a handball by Richarlison prior to that. The free kick goes in Manchester United's favour as a result of it. And there's back in towards the path of Maguire. Finds Nene Yodo. This is Mazraoui for Manchester United. Here's Ahmad looking to take on Doggy. Manages to win that particular duel for Tottenham. Wins of the throw on the left side, 5 yards from the edge of Manchester United territory. And for Manchester United, they're looking to do something they haven't done in quite a while, and that's beat Tottenham. They're winners in their last 6 meetings with Tottenham in all competitions, drawing 2, losing 4, and losing their last 3 in a row. The Red Devils have never gone 7 without a win against Tottenham before, and have never lost 4 successive matches against them. That history could be about to change tonight, but for what reasons for Ruben Amorim's men, who at the age of 40, say looking to become just the third manager to win a European trophy in English side at that age or under, but has spoken about the realism that winning this trophy will have in terms of the overall perspective for Manchester United. Mazraoui drives down this right-hand side, clipped by Richarlison, free kick to United, and Richarlison's going to get himself a yellow card for his troubles. Second Tottenham player to the book this evening, joining Nicky van der Ven.
Euro.
And I suppose the way the battle between them
No.
two have been going this evening is perhaps no surprise, and at some point one of them going to find themselves on
Wah,
looking.
Pire.
So 57.5 minutes gone. Tottenham lead Manchester United by a goal to nil. Brennan Johnson strike in the 42nd minute, the difference between the two sides. United with a free kick on the right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes to take around about 25 yards out from goal. An opportunity for United to get themselves back into this fight. Fernandes takes right foot to the near post, spilled by Vicario, but eventually cleared away by Tottenham Hotspur. It was Lenny Yoro who put his foot towards the ball but couldn't convert for Manchester United. The best opportunity that they've had so far in this final. Fernandes whips the ball in on his right foot. Yoro made a darting run towards the near post. Couldn't quite get a clean connection to it. Vicario manages to parry it away, and then it is subsequently further cleared by Dominic Solanke. United move forward here, looking to swing the play out to the left-hand side. Dorgu couldn't get there, flicked out by Porro. United throw, left side, edge of the Tottenham penalty area. Play back in towards the path for Casemiro. Towards Lenny Yoro on the halfway. Thought he got himself in a goal a couple of moments ago for United. Mazraoui up against Udogi. Here's Ahmed with Van der Ven chasing him down. Back it goes in towards the path of Yoro again. Here's Casemiro for Manchester United. Out towards Dorgu, overlapping is Shaw. Shaw towards the edge of the box, left side. Infield towards Mount. Turns his way past Bentancur's got free up against him, but Mount still going towards the dead ball line. Hooks it back, was hoping somebody was there, but Pedro Porro manages to clear for Tottenham. The last touch will come off of Luke Shaw, and it'll be a Spurs throw-in on the right-hand side towards the edge of the penalty area that they are defending. It's really the first real surmountable spell of pressure that Manchester United have put on the Tottenham Hotspur goal. For the duration of the game, you say they had that opportunity and that chance of Ahmad in the first half, but all of their possession never really amounted to any other clear-cut opportunities. But they're certainly finding a second wind here as he approached the hour mark. Ahmad on the right side, bearing it towards the penalty up against Udogi. Ahmad pulls up against Richarlison, plays it back towards Fernandes. Going to find the angle to cross the ball here, back towards Yoro, 25 yards out centrally, back in towards the path of Maguire. Maguire out to the left and to Shaw, edge of the box, cross goes in left-footed, off of Johnson, cleared away by Solanke towards the halfway. Tottenham haven't even completed 100 passes in this game yet, 96 in comparison to the 2-4-1 of Manchester United in this final. But as we head towards the hour mark, it is Spurs lead by a goal to nil. Brennan Johnson strike in the 42nd minute. But here come United, man inside the area. Hoyler was nearly released, but he couldn't get between the pair of Van der Ven and Bissouma, and the ball will fall in towards the arms of Vicario in the Tottenham Hotspur goal. Now shifting the ball in towards the path of Hoyland, but Van der Ven and Bissouma reacting quickest, and Van der Ven blocking the path to the ball for Rasmus Hoyland, and an easy gather for the Tottenham goalkeeper. Spurs now half an hour away from that trophy that they have begged and they have craved for so long. For so long, they have, I suppose, been the butt of many jokes in English football, in particular because of some of the near misses and the scrapes that they've had. The Premier League title race with Leicester, the Champions League final, of course, they lost against Liverpool. In Spain, in Madrid, in 2019. Here comes Mason Mount here for Manchester United on the left side. Champions League winner during his days with Chelsea. That was in an all-England final. Manchester City 2020. Casemiro towards the Fernandes, intercepted by Johnson. On the halfway, Tottenham have it. Johnson driving after the ball was received by Patzar. Johnson towards the edge of the box, down by Tottenham insists on the free kick. Brennan Johnson sees the arm of the referee, point for a goal kick, and then has a conversation with the linesman towards the near side, who was right in front of that incident. Here come Manchester United with Luke Shaw out towards the path of Dorgu, gets a better of two. Mount turning out towards Dorgu, left side edge of the box, cross goes in. Ahmed in space, it's on the end, takes a touch, looking to cut inside, but took too much time, and Udogi manages to get it away for Tottenham, but couldn't quite fully clear it until now. Here's Udogi, and now Tottenham look to break. He's got Solanke forward by way of support, but Udogi drives forward, finds Solanke inside the area, but his first touch was weak. He couldn't quite keep it under control, and then Maguire manages to get back and then watch the ball go out of play for Manchester United goalkeeper. That was a huge opportunity there for Tottenham Hotspur, in particular Dominic Solanke. Udogie winning the ball back, driving forward on the left-hand side, then playing the ball in towards the path. Solanke just couldn't quite get that first touch on his right foot together, and if he did, he would have been 1-on-1 with Andre Onana in the Manchester United goal. And it would have been a golden opportunity to have given Tottenham Hotspur some daylight in this Europa League final. 1-0 still to score, 62.5 goal.
Hindi berbato. Belum mundur ke apa arah-arah.
United going to move up the other end, but it's going to be cut. It's going to be a Tottenham throw, which is going to be taken by Pedro Porro. Right-hand side, adjacent towards the penalty area. He's defended. Cast on by Johnson. One back by Casemiro. This is Lenny Yoda for United. Mazraoui. Yoda. Ready beginning to pull the strings here for United. Shooting field towards Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the top half. Turns his way past Fernandes out towards Casemiro. Casemiro finds Dorgan, edge of the box on this left-hand side. Shaw's overlapping, but plays it back in towards the path of Casemiro. Turn finds Maguire. Maguire looking to shift it out to the right if he can. We'll find Yoda more centrally, but Ahmad is there on the right-hand side if he wants it, but drifts in field as Yoda, gets the better of Sarr, gets the better of Basuma, and then manages to hook it back into the path of Maguire. Maguire. Yoda's still down on the deck here. Ahmad towards the edge of the box on the right-hand side, up against Richarlison. Remember, he's on a yellow card, manages to get there first as the Brazilian, and then clear the ball away for Tottenham. It nearly felt kindly for Solanke, but Bruno Fernandes sticking a leg in, sliding a leg in, to ensure that the counter-attack was allowed to a second time. So Tottenham have thrown left-hand side towards the halfway line. Heads close towards the halfway point of this second half. 64 minutes gone. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Brennan Johnson's goal in the 42nd minute, the difference between the two sides. Richarlison over the top, looking to find Udogie. Then Yoda heads it out of play. It's going to be another Tottenham throw on this left-hand side in the middle of the Manchester United half. It's going to be taken by Destiny Udogie. Tottenham rather conservative, not committing too many bodies forward. And adding to that, just maybe trying to wind the clock down a little bit. Richarlison down on the deck, and the referee Felix Vea was very quick to put his finger to his watch to say that he may be down, but we will add this time on at the end if you're thinking of playing any smart tricks here, as we tick towards the 65-minute mark here. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. The score here in the 2025 UEFA Europa League final. Here will be very small live audio commentary service. Brennan Johnson's goal in the 42nd minute, the difference between the two sides. It took a hefty ricochet off of Luke Shaw en route to goal. But that could be the golden goal for Tottenham Hotspur. And for the Manchester United fans, time is against them. 25 minutes, less than that, to try and conjure up a goal to get themselves back into this Europa League final. A lot of dejected faces in the United end. There's some smiles amongst the Tottenham fans, but I think even the most optimistic of Spurs supporters know that this final is far from over, and knowing their past, the last thing they want to do is overestimate anything. But Richarlison's coming off, his evening's come to an end, and it's going to be Son Heung-min to come on. He's also going to take the responsibility of the captain's armband, and I suppose a night like this would not be the same if their talismanic figure didn't have a part to play in it. For Richarlison, he caused all sorts of problems down that right-hand side of Tottenham, but his evening comes to an end. Son Heung-min comes on with 24 minutes normal time to play here at the San Mamés. His side leading 1-0 in the Europa League final. We found Ahmad a couple of so Manchester United will have a free kick. Right-hand side as they attack, Jason towards the edge of penalty area, they're defending. Luke Shaw inside his own box will play it out in towards the path of Dorgan. Dorgan forward, left foot, looking to find Hoyle. Flicked on by Horo. Basuma forward towards Bentancur, but one back by Dorgan on the halfway here. Ahmad. Manchester United and a yellow card to Basuma, who was getting into the grill of Ahmed. It was actually Son who gave away the
masuk
free kick.
brother, game
Tottenham,
juga
that was his
kalah
first contribution, but then
MU
Basuma
kalah
and Ahmed
super
had a
kira.
little bit of a jostle for the ball, and Basuma was
Ini
getting far with ball.
loh, tinggal kiper.
United number
Loh,
16.
astaga.
Definitely been in the balls tonight for Manchester United, that's for sure.
Blunder kiper pada
And it's the free kick towards the penalty area, but it's straight for Curry. He spills it. Ireland off the line incredibly. He's still inside the box. It's Lenny Yola with a strike. It's still pinballed around the area. And Tottenham eventually clear their lines with Sun Heung-min. How Manchester United are back level is beyond us. A huge opportunity falling to Rasmus Højlund, but he couldn't put the ball in the back of an empty net. And it was a recovery run, I think, from Van der Ven. And it's kept Tottenham in the lead of this Europa League final. It looked like a routine catch for Vicario, makes a meal of it. Højlund with a header in around the penalty spot, cleared up the line by Van der Ven. And then the ball pinballs around the penalty area. It falls eventually to Yoro, who couldn't get a clean strike. It took a deflection, and then Tottenham able to eventually clear their lines. But Mickey Van der Ven quite literally putting his body on the line for Tottenham Hotspur to keep the 1-0 lead intact.
Tottenham.
And he may have done himself a bit of damage in doing so. He's clutching his stomach, maybe a little bit winded because he did fall to the floor quite awkwardly. But he's done his defensive duty for Tottenham Hotspur. There could be moments like that which dictate and decide this Europa League final. 69 minutes gone, Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. And Manchester United will make a couple of changes. Xerxes and Garnacho due on any moment now. Here's Mazraoui for United on the left, dispossessed. Sard towards Bentancur. Mickey Van der Ven on the halfway. We'll play it back in towards the half of Vicario. Launching forward to be on the halfway. Maguire wins it up in the air. Basuma again loose. Sard. Maguire with a bloody nose manages to gather the ball for United. Here's Dorgu on the halfway on the left-hand side here for Manchester United. Play back towards Shaw. Shaw to Maguire again. Inside his own half is letting go for Manchester United. Up again. This is Mazraoui.
Wah, Son ini berbahaya, bro.
Back
Lari.
towards Yoro.
Ini bahaya.
Maguire still inside his own half as we head towards the final 20 minutes of this Europa League final. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Here, flash all live commentary, so it's a reminder we'll have live commentary of the Conference League final next Wednesday between Real Betis and Chelsea, and next Saturday the Champions League final between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan. Tottenham with possession back loosely on the half. Ball switched out towards Son, the intended target on the left. Cleared away by Yoro. One back by Udogi. Chested down by Ahmed, but Son wins it back. Driving towards the edge of the area. Solanke couldn't quite get the ball fed through to him. One back by United. Mazraoui in possession. Yoro down on the deck. And he will get a free kick as a result. And Manchester United will make a double substitution here with 20 minutes to go. It's going to see the arrivals of Joshua Xerxes and Alejandro Garnacho. Rasmus Højlund's Europa League campaign is going to come to an end. He's going to be replaced by Joshua Xerxes. Wise Mason Mount too was the start of the second leg against Athletic Bilbao. Is going to be replaced by Alejandro Garnacho as United look to find a route back into this final. They've got just 20 minutes to do so. Trails on the line. Goal to nil here. 5. The commentary service. Brendan Johnson. The difference between the two sides here in the Basque Country. The same. United in possession for halfway. Luke Shaw will play it out towards the path of Dorgan. Dorgan back to Luke Shaw again for Manchester United. Here's Maguire. Maguire towards Yoro. On the halfway here for Manchester United. Towards the middle, towards Xerxes. Mazraoui's got Ahmed on the overlap, but Mazraoui will put the ball in. Dicked on by Fernandez inside the penalty area, but it'll go wide on the right-hand post by about 2-3 yards. A bullet header from the Manchester United captain in space, in and around the penalty spot. And it was a golden opportunity again for United to get back on terms. Was trying to steer his header goal bound, was unable to do so. And it goes wide on the right-hand post by a good 2-3 yards as a result. We've had a couple more openings in this second half, Manchester United, but still unable to break down this Tottenham Hotspur defence. 1-0 Spurs lead, 18 minutes to go. Casemiro for United. Here's Maguire. Returns for 10s in this game, 3 for Tottenham Hotspur, 8 for Manchester United. But crucially on the score sheet is Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Alejandro Garnacho looking to get involved in the action. But we do know that Manchester United have a history of late comebacks in the Europa League this season. Who can forget that astonishing game at Old Trafford against Lyon in the quarter-final? 7-6 in aggregate after extra time. 2 goals in the last few moments of extra time, sealing the tie for United. Kobbie Mainoo with the equaliser. Before that, Harry Maguire header just moments later getting the better of Lyon. 7-6 in the quarter-finals. And that sets up that game against Athletic Club in the semi-final. The 7-1 route we saw them to this particular point. So they are acquainted with doing things the hard way in this competition, United. They're going to have to do so again here. Garnacho, between the sticks. 73.5 gone. And with every passing second, the Tottenham fans begin to A, get more nervous, and B, begin to believe just that little bit more that tonight could finally be the night. The night they've hoped had happened, but a night that they thought maybe wouldn't happen again for a long while. It hasn't happened for a long while. Just 2 trophies for Tottenham since the turn of the millennium. A couple of League Cups is all they got to show on the leaving regime. Here's Alejandro Garnacho inside the box, steps inside. Garnacho with the strike on his right foot, parried away by Vicario, and out of play for Manchester United corner on the right. Garnacho in space, trimmed it in towards the penalty area. And a strike through the side of his right foot, through the legs of Pedro Porro, smothered away by Vicario between the sticks of Tottenham. And Manchester United with a corner now on the right-hand side as they attack in this second half. Bruno Fernandes to take as we approach the final quarter of an hour here in Bilbao. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. United's third corner of the game. Can they make it count? Fernandes from the right side, right-footed towards the penalty spot. Flicked away by Christian put another one in, but plays it under Lackley towards Ahmad inside the edge of the dead ball line. Poked out a play by Brennan Johnson inside the penalty area for another United corner on the right-hand side. 4-4 in that particular column as we approach the final quarter of an hour of the Europa League final here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Fernandes to take again. Maguire looking to make that darting run from the edge of the box towards the penalty spot, towards the near post. It nearly fell for Maguire at the penalty spot. It falls for sure second time. His left-footed effort comes from Fassar. Back towards Masraoui now for United. Out towards Fernandes in space on this right-hand side. Hooks it back towards Casemiro. Couldn't quite get his footing together. And now Tottenham look to break. Son needs the charge. He's got 2 alongside him, 1 either side. But Patrick Dorgu coming back and doing his defensive duty, sliding in and recapping the ball for Manchester United. Fernandes out towards Shaw the halfway. And now you can tell we're heading towards the championship stage of this final. Back and forth. Garnacho towards Shaw, inside the penalty area, goes down to the ground, right on the edge of the penalty area, but the ball goes out and it's going to be a goal kick. And the Manchester United fans are at the opposite end to where they're attacking this second pair, maybe thought for a second that they might have had a spot kick. We'll just have a look at it again, definitely outside the penalty area, but there is reason to suggest that United should have had a free kick because Pedro Porro makes no attempt to get to the ball. He looks Shaw out. But the decision is goal kick. To some of the frustrations of the United players as Tottenham look to make another substitution. It looks like Danso is about to come on for Ange Postecoglou's men. 13.5 minutes. The clock continues to tick down for Tottenham Hotspur. Here's Garnacho, United looking for a response on this left-hand side. Porro and Johnson both up against it. Casemiro back towards the halfway and back towards the path of Luke Shaw. Shaw.
MU mulai
Manchester
mendominasi
United short
pertandingan.
towards the path for Harry Maguire.
Cuma
Maguire.
serangan-serangan dari Manchester
Here's
United
Lenny Yono.
selalu
Yono for
gagal
Manchester
bisa
United towards
diantisipasi oleh
the
pemain
halfway. He's got
Tottenham
Mazraoui out
Hotspur.
towards his right. Here's Ahmad for United here. Back to Lenny Yono again. Yono towards Ahmad, driving down this right-hand side here for Manchester United. Stopped in his tracks with Son up against him. Yono backing towards the possession of Fernandez. Look at the slip, Xerxes through the middle. It's washed off by Sarr.
Yeah,
Fernandez will get it
blunder.
second time. Chips the ball out to the left-hand side of his right foot towards Luke Shaw. Casemiro in the middle of the Spurs half. Plays it forward. He's looking to find Dawkins to the edge of the box. Johnson on the right side. Clears the ball out of play. Off Shaw and out for a Tottenham throw right side. In the middle of their own half. And now the United fans head towards the point of praying. That point where maybe they feel tonight's not going to be their night. But Tottenham are going to make another change. Kevin Dancer's going to come on for the final 13 and a half minutes.
Kurang 10
Remain.
menit.
And I think it's going to be the goal scorer Brennan Johnson who's going to head off. And it could be his name that is forever struck into the fabric of the history of Tottenham Hotspur, because it's his goal that so far is the difference between the two sides tonight. His fifth opening goal of the season. But now it is all hands to the pump from a defensive sense as Kevin Danso comes on with 11 and a half minutes. Johnson off, Danso on. Tottenham now looking to see this game out and to pick up that first trophy in 17 years. And you'll hear 17 and 40 muttered a lot if Tottenham managed to win tonight. Casemiro towards Maguire. United looking for a response. They've been the strongest side over the last 10 minutes or so. Yono in space in the centre. Out towards the path of Mazraoui. Ahmed right side, edge of the area. Was Son up against him. Ahmed back into the path of Casemiro. Cross goes into the penalty spot. Flicked away by Sarr. Garnacho and Shaw will watch it go for United throw. Left side adjacent towards the penalty spot.
Oh, malambung.
Back towards the possession of Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho back towards Casemiro. From the centre in the middle of the Spurs half. Then Yono with Ahmad in space on the right towards the edge of the box. Ahmad, edge of the area here for Manchester United. Casemiro chips the ball into the box. Fernandez cleared away by Van der Ven. Come back out towards Garnacho second time. Maguire towards Casemiro. Being put under pressure by Bissouma. Here's Lenny Yono. Ahmad right side, edge of the box. Mazraoui two up against him. Looking to fend off the challenger's Son. Go out, last touch off a Tottenham play. United throw. Mazraoui back towards Ahmad. Right side, cross goes in. Flicked away by Mickey Van der Ven. Who else? Maguire out towards Lenny Yono here for Manchester United. Mazraoui with Son up against him. Yono. Three poached there. Final 10 minutes of this one. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Brennan Johnson strike in the 42nd minute, the difference between the two sides. Here's Casemiro. United looking to level this game up. Ahmad to the edge of the box, inside the end, Mazraoui hooks it back, but glanced away by Tottenham. It was Bentancur with a pivotal header away. Here's Yono. Getting the better of Solanke inside the box. Yono crosses the ball in towards the back post. Nobody made the run there. He's going to fall loose. Towards Garnacho up against the box on this left-hand side. Back towards Fernandez. Spaced it open up for him to shoot. Drifted inside. Garnacho inside the box. Puts it back towards the dead ball line. Cleared away by Bissouma inside the box. And Luke Shaw's going to bring it down towards the halfway on this left-hand side for Manchester United. Out towards Dorgu. Dorgu steps in field, will play it back towards Maguire. Maguire to Fernandez. Garnacho to the edge of the box. Up against Potter, manages to step in. And with possession back here for Tottenham Hotspur on this right side. The far side as they look at it. Forward it goes. Solanke holds it up, looking to turn back to goal. Gets the better of Maguire, gets the better of Fernandez, and Son's forward in support. Son here, inside the air, Mazraoui with a well-timed challenge towards the edge of the penalty area to win possession back for Manchester United. And now here's Yo, looking to lead another United charge. Out towards the path of Bruno Fernandes on this left-hand side. Garnacho. Back to Fernandez again, 25 yards out, crosses the ball into the box, but it's overhit towards the trajectory of Xerxes around the penalty spot, and it's a comfortable take for Vicario between the sticks in the Tottenham Hotspur goal. 8 more minutes. That is all plus stoppage time that separates Tottenham and a trophy which will give them European immortality. Every single player, and even the manager, who at times has been under severe criticism, will go down as club legend for picking up this trophy. Diogo Dalot is due on shortly for Manchester United. That'll be Ruben Amorim's third change of the evening. Played out by United, not back by, Udogie. Sending him in, forward it goes. They're going to find Udogie on the halfway. Back by Lenny Yoro, who heads it down.
Counter attack Tottenham, aduh, bahaya MU, bahaya. Mundur MU, mundur.
Central defensive colleague Harry Maguire. Maguire will find Shaw. Here's Garnacho.
Kok bisa di kartu gitu loh.
To drive on the inside of Sarr, twisting and turning his way past him. Now Shaw towards Garnacho again on his left side, twisting into the box, Potter up against him. Sarr also looking to get a nibble, but here's Shaw in space. Infield towards the possession of Harry Maguire. Maguire towards Mazraoui for United. Ahmad on the right side, up against Udogie towards the edge of the penalty area. Ahmad gets on the inside of it, then goes to ground. Tottenham in possession back, and Udogie now looking to sprint down his left-hand side. He was looking for reinforcements, and they're not quite there. Solanke has made the run forward, but by the time he gets there, it's brought down by Xerxes. Tottenham get a free kick, and the Manchester United number 11 finds himself in the book, much to the frustration of the United captain Bruno Fernandes, who has a conversation with the referee Felix Vea. So Xerxes, the second Manchester United player to be put this evening after Amad Diallo in the opening period.
Fun.
Bring it down Udogie as he's looking to cut inside and then play the ball forward to the path of Solanke. So Spurs are a free kick in a promising position. Diogo Dalot comes on here. And what a time hit to come on. Try and defend this set piece of Manchester United. Mazraoui, who has been sacrificed for him. 85th minute here in St Mamets. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Spurs with a free kick in a dangerous position. We know from Manchester United's previous, the second goal would have made it over now, but it put Tottenham a long way towards the trophy. Son with a free kick. United keep a high line towards the edge of the penalty area. Son to deliver it left side, right footed. Swings it in towards the box, left attached at the back stick was Pat Sarr, who just couldn't quite dangle his leg across goal to feed it in towards Solanke, who was bearing it around about 3 yards out.
Musuhnya kali ada, tambah klesetan aku.
Quickly by Manchester United, 5 minutes to go. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Brennan Johnson striking the 42nd minute, the difference between the two sides. United looking to find a way back into this final. Ahmad back into the possession of Dalot on the half. Wins a free kick for United. Now pushing everybody forward to try and find that equalizer. Fernandes the ball into the box, glanced on by Casemiro. Maguire was hoping to get there, but it was Casemiro with the touch straight into the arms of Vicario at the near post for Tottenham Hotspur. So the minutes continue to tick down here as tempers begin to flare, and it's Christian Romero again who's at the boiling over for Tottenham. Maguire again had been involved in a couple of battles. Maguire was brought down to the floor a couple of moments prior. But Jess Orwell and forward we go. Cardio with the free kick forward for Tottenham. 3.5 minutes to go. The longest 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time that these Spurs fans will endure for a very long time. Udogie heads the ball away, but it falls back at the feet of Xerxes. Xerxes drives it towards the area, gets to the inside Bazuma. Xerxes strikes it left-footed, blocked by Bazuma. Comes back out towards Dalot, right side towards the edge of the box. Diogo Dalot Back into the path of Ahmad here for Manchester United. Midfield it goes towards Lenny Yodo. Yodo towards Luke Shaw. Shaw finds Dorgu. Back to Shaw again on this left-hand side. Cross goes in left-footed. Going down to the ground inside the box is Maguire. United on the half line of the field towards a penalty. Romero and Maguire have another exchange of words as the ball goes into the arms of Vicario in the Tottenham Hotspur goal. Tempers have flared between the pair on a couple of occasions this evening. Maguire was flung to the floor a couple of moments before by Mickey van der Ven, and he wanted a penalty. He then got involved with Romero. It's the first flashpoint the pair have had this evening. And Tottenham are going to make 2 more changes, looking to see this job out. They get a free kick on the halfway, and I think tempers are boiled over here. Harry Maguire and Christian Romero again, and there's a bit of a melee in the middle of the field here. It's a yellow card for Harry Maguire. Now, Tottenham had a free kick, and then there was a little bit of afters between Romero and Maguire. And it's seen the United centre-back in hot water. Just having a look at it again. Maguire shoves Romero down to the ground, and then that just leads to a bit of a free-for-all. It's a game that kind of got to the point where you just felt like there was a flashpoint which could see a little bit of a scuffle between both sets of players, and that was the incident that kind of set the fuse for that to happen. Kobbie Mainoo is due on for Manchester United any moment now. Tottenham are going to make a couple more changes themselves to try and see the job through. 88.5 minutes played. Minute and a half of normal time to go. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. And Archie Gray is going to come on here for Tottenham, as 2 is going to be Jed Spence to try and see the job through.
Tottenham dilepon ng kape yo wala cukupan
Archie Gray signed for Leeds United in the summer.
Peke dilepon ng kape cho.
First player to come off
It's got a striker in Tottenham.
He changed from that defeat in the Premier League on Friday. And what a shift he's put in. He's going to be replaced by Archie Gray. Eventually, and you expect both subs to take their time to come off the field of play. And the other player to be drawn is going to be Destiny Udogie. And Jed Spence will come on and fill that particular void for what is left of this final. Into the final minute of normal time. There will be a lengthy period of stoppages that follow it. United are going to make a change themselves. Kobbie Mainoo is set to come on. He's already scored 1 late goal in the Europa League this season. That equalizer in extra time. United fans will give that bit of history to repeat itself. As we head towards stoppage time at the end of the 90 here with Sam Mames. The new substitution I don't think has happened just yet. But we have reached stoppage time at the end of the 90 here. Tottenham leading Manchester United by a 1-0. And we're waiting the ball to go on to see how much stoppage time there's going to be. Here's Sondo meanwhile on the left-hand side, brought down by Yodo. Ahmad looking to clear it away. 7 minutes have been added on by the referee at the end of this one. 7 agonising minutes. 7 of the longest minutes if you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan that you have had for 17 years. Because you are 7 minutes away from that long trophy drought coming to an end. Coming to an end on a continental stage. And there's another flashpoint here, and it's in the technical area as Ruben Amorim has to have a bit of a discussion with his substitutes. And Victor Lindelof finds himself yellow carded. He was having a bit of a remonstration with the landed himself in hot water. So United 6 minutes from here to get themselves back into this final. Dallo on the halfway. Back in towards the possession of Casemiro. Here's Luke Shaw. Shaw out towards Garnacho. Dorgu has come off, and Kobbie Mainoo has come on here for Manchester United. Here's Ahmad, right hand side in towards the possession of Joshua Zirkzee. Dallo back in towards the path of Yodo. In the middle of the Tottenham Hotspur half. Here's Dallo again. Fizzes the ball in towards the box. Maguire is there. Maguire flicks on, but Maguire flicks right. He's appealing for a corner, but the decision is goal kick. And Christian Romero celebrates that just as much as he celebrated the Brennan Johnson opener towards the end of the first half. It was a good ball in towards the box by Dallo. It was almost like a chip that you'd see on a golf course towards Maguire. It was glass header on.
Ada.
It was wide a goal. He was saying that there was a touch by Kevin Danso, but from the replay that we've seen, there's not the slightest bit of evidence of that. The Tottenham Hotspur supporters who came here with hope, some of them in tears already, and the final isn't over yet. And I suppose for the Tottenham supporters, there will be tears regardless of the outcome. Tears of joy or tears of deflation, and there really is no mix and match in terms of the emotion tonight. The season on the line, and perhaps the future of both of these clubs as well. Winners, of course, will get that direct passage through to the Champions League next year. Ange Postecoglou will be here irrespective of the end result, remains to be seen. There's a feeling that he probably will leave in the summer, come what may. But what a legacy he would leave if he can lead Tottenham to a first European trophy in 40 years. But United has something to say for it. Shaw has possession inside his own penalty, and Johnny Evans has also been yellow carded for a couple of choice words sent to the fourth official. 1 minute and 7 added on. Yono out towards Ahmad here for Manchester United. Dallo thought about the overlapping one, but thought better of it. Back into the path of Dallo. 30 yards out on the right-hand side. This is Yono for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, the skipper, looking to orchestrate the strings here for United. Shaw out towards Garnacho. Into the box against Bono. Cross goes in right-footed. Headed away by Tottenham. Back towards Fernandes, looking to chip it forward towards Garnacho. Fernandes gets it second time, pings it out towards Ahmed. Does want to bring it down first time with his left foot on the right side, up against Son. Cross goes in towards the back post, flicked away by Tottenham Hotspur. And he'll come back out towards Onana on the half. I think it was Kevin Danso who got the crucial header away. Here's Yono, out towards the path of Ahmed. Heavy touch, but Dallo's there. Infield towards the path of Lenny Yono again. Cross goes in right-footed, flicked away by Tottenham. Only as far as Fernandes, he may think about striking one here. Steps on the inside of Archie Gray, out towards Garnacho. Inside the box left side, look to hook it back. Shaw couldn't quite get there. Only half cleared by Spurs. Yono towards Fernandes, out towards Garnacho on the edge of the box. Garnacho steps in field. Here's Yono for United. Yono's going to strike one right-footed, but it's blazed over the bar, and the Tottenham fans that were behind that effort cheer it all the way. And I don't think that ball's going to come back onto the pitch anytime soon, because Tottenham now 2.5 minutes away. 2.5 minutes away from a first trophy in 17 years, the first European trophy since 1984. Danso with that crucial header away a couple of moments ago. Stopping Maguire in his tracks. United have thrown everything, particularly in this second half. They've had the lion's share of possession, but you have to give credit to the doggedness of this Tottenham team, who have survived an onslaught after onslaught, wave after wave of Manchester United attack. They've dug in, they've tucked in, and they're a couple of minutes away from getting the job done. Onana. United need something, and they need something now. Final 90 seconds of stoppage time in this final. This is Luke Shaw. Break it beyond the halfway for Manchester United. Fizzes the ball out towards Dallo. Glanced on. Ahmad in space on this right-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Plays it back to Dallo. He can right-footing towards the back post. Flicked on. It's still in around there. Casemiro brings it down. He goes to ground. United won the penalty. Not given by Felix Ray. And Tottenham clear their line towards the half. Here's Onana for United. In towards the path of Bruno Fernandes. Final minute of stoppage time. His ball in comes off of Solanke, but it falls for Lenny Yono. Here's Ahmed on the right-hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. He's got Dallo towards the edge of the box, finds him. Back towards Ahmed. Can he put one more pinpoint cross in? Plays it infield towards Fernandes. Fernandes steps inside. Last chance salute for United. Dallo. Cross goes in towards the penalty spot. Glanced on. Carried away by Ricardo. Big save for the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper. And it was Luke Shaw who got the header in and around the penalty spot. And was that the moment for United? They have one last chance. Fernandes sprays it out. towards Ahmad, chests it down on the right hand side towards the edge of the box, Son up against him, back towards Dallo, cross goes in, towards the penalty spot, flicked away again, falls to Fernandez again, inside the box one more time, Turksy looking to turn inside the air, away by Van der Ven, Dallo, right side, final 10 seconds of stoppage time, the ball goes out of play, it's a Manchester United corner on the right hand side, and this will surely be the final play of this Europa League final, but what an amazing save from Vicario a couple of moments early, and a parry the ever from Luke Shaw from in and around the penalty spot away. But the final opportunity comes from a Manchester United corner. It's going to be taken on this right-hand side. It's going to be Ahmed to swing it in on his left foot. We're beyond the 7 minutes of stoppage time, and Andre Onana's come up. It's not written in the script for him, is it? Final play of this Europa League final. Ahmad with his corner for Manchester United. Left footed towards the near post, cast away, back towards Garnacho, side netting, and that is surely that. And the Tottenham Hotspur players want the full-time whistle to go. The fans know it's almost job done. The corner came in, it was flicked away by Bissouma. Garnacho and Casemiro went for the same ball. It was actually Casemiro who got contact with it towards the side netting.
Tim apa? Juara 16.
Bissouma goes down. But surely as soon as Vicario launches this ball forward, the full-time whistle will go.
Tottenham membuat sejarah.
Some can barely wait to hide their emotions. There's the full-time whistle! The 17-year wait is over for Tottenham Hotspur. Ange Postecoglou promised a trophy in his second season at the club, and he has delivered. And for Tottenham Hotspur, their fans who have endured so much pain in major finals over the last decade or so, finally have a trophy to celebrate. They are the 2025 UEFA Europa League champions. Brennan Johnson's goal in the 42nd minute, a goal which will be relived for a lifetime, a goal which will be remembered for eternity. Brennan Johnson has written his name